Alright, welcome back. Here for round two. This hand is a keep. No interaction is not great, but mana's decent. I guess Ghost Court is kind of interaction, and Bitter Blossom Virtue is a great way to start. As long as we don't get this Thought Seized. Ugh. So they take Bitter Blossom, and that makes our hand a lot worse. Again, it's still have a lot of ways to make tokens. Generally, Inquisition decks tend to be decent matchups if it's a Grixis or Jund or something that's pretty good overall. So it just takes another Bitter Blossom or a Lingering Souls or something, and our Virtue is very relevant. And they're really tanking here, which is interesting. I could see, if they know we're playing tokens, which with this hand exactly, it's pretty much a dead giveaway. They may want to take Virtue because it does make our other spells a lot better. But yeah, it's hard to leave Bitter Blossom in hand. So unfortunately, we don't have a tap land to start with. But we're not going to do that. And like I said, I already drew a Token Maker, which is great. And again, that's why I like that card so much. Right? I drew a Token Maker and I drew a removal spell. Both of which are things that I wanted us to have in this hand. So, untap Blood Crypt, huh? It's probably not Death Shadow. Okay. So I'm assuming they take Virtue here, but no guarantees. Yeah. Would love our own discard spell. It's kind of strange here, right? It's looking more like Jund than it is Grixis at this point. But I guess we'll see. Alright. Let the slow, drawn-out game begin. Or maybe we'll see what our opponent's up to. They know we're not doing anything, so... Alright, well, this should tell us a little more. Huh. I wonder if it's just like 8-rack or something like that. I do have Lily, so I do need a second black, and I feel like the life gain's probably going to be relevant. It's looking more and more like that. Yeah, discard terminate seems good for our opponent. Alright, well, would have liked I guess I should have played Vault there, because now they know we drew a swamp at one point. I figure out what deck this is. So I don't think 8-rack decks... Okay. Both Sword and Spectral Procession are very good against, now that this is looking more and more like Jund. But I'm only a white source away from Procession here. And they don't run any main deck sweepers, so I don't mind running it right into that. Alright, well, let's start with this. Oh, they only have one card left? Ah, boy. Well, it's either nothing it's an instant sorcery, they probably would have played it. Let's see what they do here. I'm gonna have to attack Lily here. You know, I'm just gonna discard Brutality to the Liliana Plus, because I'd rather keep my other 2 cards. Brutality is really likely to whiff here. So yeah, it is John. They must have just had that Catacombs in their hand and didn't play it because they didn't have any green cards. Otherwise, I feel like they would have fetched for a green source earlier. Sacrifices a creature, huh? Okay. That means now they need to kill this token in order to keep their Lily alive. Or maybe play a blocker. Hopefully it's a small enough blocker that I can hit it with Collective Brutality. And if it's something big and scary, I can always finish it. So overall, Jund is a pretty good matchup. Better than Junk because they don't run Lingering Souls. Because the opponent's Lingering Souls in an Abzan deck is good. Like, it blocks a lot of mine. Obviously, my tokens are much better due to Intangible Virtue. But it still gives them a good amount of play. Alright, I'm definitely going to kill that. There are no creatures in the graveyard, and they don't have any green mana, which is huge. So actually, I can Collective Brutality this. That's pretty excellent for me. So depending what they have, Brutality and then kill Lily. And I'm going to do that now rather than... Obviously, I could Godless Shrine and then play a 4-drop, but I think I need to take this opportunity here. So if I can get their Liliana out of the way, it's huge. Otherwise, they might Fatal Push or similar. Yeah, weird on our opponent to do that, so alright. No need to pay life. And now we're in great shape. Now they can't Lily Plus anymore. Good. Don't mind that. Alright, so certainly doing this. Attacking for 1, and then the question is... Abrupt decay my token. That is fine. So if they draw Lily and make me discard, so let's see, that's not good. Next turn I can play Sorin anyway. I think the only card that's, because obviously Inquisition does nothing, removal spells do nothing, creatures doesn't change anything. Thoughtseize would take Sorin anyway, so let's just play around Liliana. Although they might minus, but that wouldn't make much sense either. So next turn I have 4 mana anyway, so I don't need to be... don't need the tap land necessarily. Yeah, I'm ecstatic to rate our opponent here. We're attacking for 6 lifelink, and they're just attacking for 4? Alright, well, I'm a little punished there, right? Because I could have had an untapped land still and cast Inquisition. But I don't know what our opponent would have that would matter here. I guess if they had a land, they would have played it. Oh, wow. Alright, I got very, very arrogant here. So, forgot Ravine plus is up. So, now Ravine can attack and kill us, which was... or kill Soren, I should say. That was a huge, huge misplay. Should have left one token back. That was terrible. Alright, I mean, we're still in okay shape here, because we can attack with Shambling Vent. Kill the Ravine. But that was a unnecessary misplay on my part. Not something that should be happening on video. So apologize for that. This we're still in great shape, but this should not happen. And that's strange, because this puts them dead on board. Now that they fetched. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I can take the hit there. So I have a couple options. I can play the procession. I can... Oh, I can do both, actually. I can play that and cast start to finish. So what would be... Is there any reason to do that now? So I can easily just take a hit. Yeah, I don't... Unless our opponent plays main deck Knight of Souls Betrayal. Yeah, I don't really see anything could happen there. Alright, so despite bad misplay, still made it. Like I said, this matchup's pretty good for us. Fatal Push is good here. Basilisk Collar's good. I used to bring in Auriok Champions because it blocks the Ravines and their other cards, and it can't kill it with anything. But I think I'd rather just have the rest of these cards. Like, everything else here is great. I shave a Thoughtseize just because it ends up being both of our decks are going to empty our hands pretty quickly, especially them. And I think it's Thoughtseize over Inquisition. I don't know that their 4-drops scare me that much. Chandra's interesting, but can take everything else. I don't think I need Unmaking. Don't need Damnation. Liliana is interesting as another threat they have to attack, but I think we'll just stick with our usual game plan here. Maybe Brutality's not great, but we'll see their exact build. Because again, if I can kill like Confidants, and it's not going to kill Scavengers very frequently, but I guess if we run 0 creatures, that's good against Scavengers, because then they need to have creatures. We'll try this out. It's not a matchup I have sideboard cards for, because it is generally a favorable matchup for us. But I mean, it's Modern, right? So favorable doesn't really get higher than like 60%, like a 60-40. They can easily overrun us if we've got, you know, if our hand's just like Bitter Blossom, Sorin, Virtue, and they go Thoughtseize, Tarmogoyf, then we're in big trouble. Or obviously Sorin's not, maybe Sorin's one to shave here, because the life gain's good but not huge. 4 mana's pretty tough. You know what? Oh, shoot. Still had some time. Yeah, Soren's a tough one. Alright, this hand's an Inquisition away from being phenomenal. Other than that, it's still very good. Again, it's any 4-land hand's weak to removals or discard spells, but so be it. Fetch shot, Thoughtseize. Inquisition. Alright. So we'll see what they take here. Luckily our threat's not one that they want to be taking. Come on, Inquisition. Or Fatal Push. I'd take a Fatal Push too. Another Lingering Souls. Land is not what I was looking for. Sure. Take the Virtue. We're going to keep drawing lands. It's not a big deal anyway. And as much as I don't want to show them that we drew a land, I get that tap land on the battlefield. And yeah. Would love to discard a card. Would love to. They shock themselves with... Guess not. Oh no, they played a tap and then played a Thoughtseize. Sure. Okay. Soren's good. Will allow me to really put a fast clock on their Lily. I guess I could Marsh Flats for a swamp and just thin my deck out a little bit. Alright, still no creatures in the graveyard, which is good. Could even attack in with Shambling Vent to Lily. That's not bad. I don't know that they want to keep their removal spells. What did Brutality do? They just drained me for 2? Sure. It's fine. I guess I don't want to attack. I need to get the Sorin out of here so that I can't lose it to a discard spell. Well, either way, I'm doing this. Something's going to cost me 4 mana. So it's bad to exactly Thoughtseize if they draw it, but Lily Plus, I can discard my land. Because Lily's going to, or I'm going to do that anyway. So if I plus Sorin, attack Liliana down to 1. Their Ooze can't really touch it. Or I can attack Liliana down to 1 now. And my Sorin stays intact. I can come down the following turn. But that following turn, I'm probably going to want to do Lingering Souls and something else, so I guess I'll do this. And could also block the Ooze, so here attacks to 3, and then next turn kill Lily, or Then they can minus Lily. I think it's fine if my Sorin just goes down to 3. I think that's just not a big deal at all. They can draw exactly Lightning Bolt, but so be it. If that's what they do, then they kill the Sorin. I attack back, kill Liliana, flashback souls, and then I've got 4 tokens and a vent to their ooze. Although ooze can eat souls right now, I didn't think about that. But there's no way of dealing with that other than making them block my shambling vent, but they weren't going to do that anyway. Yep. And not a lot of creatures on our opponent's end here. Ooh, interesting. And they didn't eat it, huh? Alright. Well, I'm going to do this before they can. It's kind of a misplay on our opponent's part. And now we're in excellent shape. Even if they draw a discard spell. I mean, I guess they could discard spell and then eat the souls with Scavenging Ooze. But we're still way ahead on board here. Yeah, that's fine. And they... So now I am going to play around something like an Anger, or Jun specifically plays Knight of Souls Betrayal pretty often, so I am not going to play my other Lingering Souls. Just going to attack them for 11. And if they tap out to kill my Sorin, that's, yeah, okay. So this time it was fine because they would need to draw land, right? Oh no, they could do it. They would need to tap out and attack with both, in which case I could crack back for 6. So it was not, this time it was the correct play to attack with everything. Otherwise there was 7, I could still chump block. I guess it probably, they're still dead anyway. But theoretically they could have stayed alive longer, so I think it was correct to attack at everything that turn. So, alright, 2-0. Looking forward for round 3.